Abdul Somad, Abdul Somad, mtoto wa Makochini, mtoto wa Makochini, PDD, PDD. Our slogan ni one term. Hakuna nafasi ya pili. Hakuna nafasi ya pili. Hiyo moja tumempatia na ameonyesha kuwa yeye si mchapakazi.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment I saw Ali Hassan Joho joining William Ruto, together with, of course, Raila Odinga, I almost thought of like the coast is gone completely. Because that orator people know from the coast region has gone to broad-based government and is eating with the government. Now, the people of coast have been abandoned. But now, I can attest that there are people from the coast who are serious. Orators than even Ali Hassan Joho. Ladies and gentlemen, as you've all heard, Ali Mbogo is speaking with a lot of energy and knowledge. That is important. Let me tell you the story about this gentleman. He actually filed a thing for the gubernatorial seat in Mombasa. And he was almost actually getting it right. But now, he has come up strongly with, amongst many others, to say one simple word. One term. That shows very well the opposition has allies at the coastal region. It only requires proper organization for them to take on President William Ruto and Raila Odinga with Hassan Joho combined. But however, I have to state it here categorically that Raila Odinga and William Ruto are losing support drastically within the coast region. I mean, sorry about that. So, ladies and gentlemen, on this particular video, I want to take you through on the reasons as to why I feel strong that Raila Odinga and William Ruto combined are losing their popularity at the coastal region. But before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, take a second or two to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. My name is Abdul Mukwa. Please feel free to contact me. My number is here. Share with me and enlighten me more, especially where you're watching this video from. Don't forget to tell me where you're watching the video from, please, on the comment section. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me dive into this video. What are some of the reasons as to why I feel that Raila Odinga and William Ruto combined, they are losing the coastal region? Number one is the poor performance by the leaders who were elected there, more especially the governor of Mombasa, Abdul Somad Sharif Nasser. Why am I saying this gentleman has lost it? It is because performance-wise, he's doing very badly. If you check the absorption rate at the control of budget report, Mombasa is always very low. Meaning it's very little amount of money spending on development. There's nothing good we've heard about Mombasa so far as Sharif Nasser is concerned. That gives the opposition the strength to even the campaigning. And in fact, it is going to be very thorough if this gentleman is not going to wake up. In Kisii here, it was actually almost a similar case with Simba Arati, where he was not performing and is championing for government. So it becomes an enemy with the people when it comes to championing for William Ruto, and development-wise still is messing up with the people. But of late, I have to state it categorically that Simba Arati has started cleaning up the town. There are some parts that were a bit narrow, that even to pass those streets, it was very difficult. This time around, I have to state it here that they have been widened. That is amazing. The People's Park that he had promised that was to be built, it is being done. The congestion of the town that he had said before, it is happening. That is a good move. So if Sharif Nasser will not be able to emulate what Simba Arati is doing here in Kisii, the fact remains that he's going to be kicked out, and probably that's how opposition is going to gain more mileage within the coastal region. Number two reason as to why Raila Odinga and William Ruto are losing popularity within the coastal region. It is the emergency of some strong orators within the coastal region. Sorry, I'm used to Mount Kenya a lot, so I keep saying Mount Kenya and Western, so you can see how that's why I find myself almost going to the Mount Kenya side. So at the coastal region, people like Ali Mbogo had forgotten about them. Oh God, this guy is an orator. When you hear him speak, you can tell that this gentleman is taking William Ruto home. If you get the mic to campaign for Matiang'i, he'll be able to implement people like Matiang'i who are not politically vibrant. Ladies and gentlemen, people like Muhammad Ali is very vocal. These people, if they get the mic against William Ruto at the coastal region, I don't think Ali Hassan Joho and Zakaribia. Why? His politics is actually done. He's in the docket that is not helping the common mananchi. So the fact remains that they can beat Ali Hassan Joho at the coastal region because it's not really confirmed as a kingpin as such, because it doesn't dictate the people in Kilifi, in Lamu. In Lamu, actually, there's an ANC governor there. So it doesn't entirely control the coastal region. It's just Mombasa, and that's why probably it's brought on board. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the fact as we speak today, that the orators that are emerging at the coastal region are taking the coastal region by storm. Another thing I feel strong that is taking President William Ruto home through the coastal region, it is the fact that there is what we call a high cost of living. Across the country, people are complaining about the cost of living. And the people of Mombasa, who are not farmers largely, they depend on even vegetables from these other parts of Kenya. They find it so difficult to engage on various matters. So it is therefore important if William Ruto lowers the cost of living. But if it does in the way he's doing right now, it is true that he's going to lose more popularity because of the cost of living. Because now people who are buying mboga there at 20 shillings, they'll be able to start at 50. And that is a big challenge. The people are not going to survive at the coastal region. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's very clear that William Ruto's policies like the cost of living is affecting immensely his support and popularity at the coastal region. Another thing that I have to state it here categorically is the high population of the youths at the coastal region. If there's someone who is against President William Ruto right now as we speak, and everyone agrees with this, it's the youths of this country. Why? Because they have been killed and abducted. And William Ruto is not caring anything about that. He's careless about that. So the fact means that youths are bitter and angry about President William Ruto's governance. So the fact means that coastal region having a huge number of them, there's a likelihood that they are going to go home. William Ruto is going to go home. There's going to be voted out. So if those youths come to vote, it's done. Apart from that, we can also say it categorically that the taxation that has been cutting across, it also affects the people at the coastal region. The housing levy that is being taken that's not helping people, it is also having a huge effect at the coastal region. Because there is middle class there, where the employer and the employee are taking some amount of money towards household housing levy. To make matters worse, to make an individual rich. So it is not important for William Ruto to have housing levy, because it will definitely bring him down in 2027. So the middle class in Mombasa are rethinking. They are calculating their moves to ensure that President William Ruto is going home. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, that's another thing that I could have pointed out here. Last but not least, it's the issue generally to do with joblessness. At the coastal region, young men and women coming up, well qualified, they also lack jobs. The cost of living generally, or maybe the cost of production across the country, has made it difficult for industries to be started to be developed in any part of this country. So you realize that youths do not have platforms where they can at least earn something. So most of them are jobless. And when they remember the reason as to why they're jobless, they can comfortably come out and say it is President William Ruto's making that is making them jobless. I don't know what's your take, ladies and gentlemen, as far as this is concerned. Feel free to share with me on the comment section on the reasons as to why you feel that the coastal region, it is leaving Raila Odinga and William Ruto concerned. Please, my name is Abel Mukwa. Make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment. For those who've been following the videos that we do here, thank you so much. For those who've been talking to me, either by calls, text, please, I want to say that I'm grateful about that. And that's how you make me grow. See you next time for more videos. Please make sure that you tune in to Mukwa Times every day, every time.